Hi everyone, welcome to our class. So today we are going to discuss the second chapter in your physics. So the name of the chapter is the force and the laws of motion. So in this chapter we are going to discuss the 5 topics. So the first topic is the introduction to the force. Then the next 3 topics is about the 3 laws of motion. Then the last one is the conservation of momentum. So our first topic is introduction to the force. So we all know what is force because we are using that term in our daily life, right? So also you have studied the term force in your 8th standard. The force can be said as the push or pull. So if you are taking some examples, if I am pulling some cart, so you can say that is a force. So there I am applying some force, or I am pushing some table. If I am pushing some table, there also I have to apply some force. So you have an idea about the force, and so you can define that force as symbol. We can say that this is the push or pull. So that is the symbol definition for the force. Then also you know that the force is the reason behind any motion. Okay, if there is any motion, then the reason should be the force. Then we can look at some examples of the forces. So you have so many examples. You have heard about the gravitational force. So that is the force, the reason behind why we are sticking on this earth. And you know what is electric force? That is the force between 2 charges, why the charges are attracting. Then you know magnetic force. Magnetic force is the force which is the reason for attraction of 2 poles, north pole and south poles. Then you know so many other kinds of force. So these are the examples of the force. So you can classify the forces in 2 types. They are contact force and non-contact force. So if 2 objects are interacting each other without the contact, then that is called non-contact force. So you can have one example like if we have 2 poles of magnets and they can apply the force without contact. So that is an example for non-contact force. Then the second type is contact force. So the contact force means if the 2 objects are interacting each other by contacting. So if I am pushing the table, I need to contact with that table, no? So that is a contact force. Now if we have more than 2 forces, for example, if 2 persons are pulling one box with 2 different sides, so you can say that there are 2 forces and these 2 forces are opposite each other. One person is pushing the box in from one side and another person is pushing the same box from the other side. So these 2 forces are acting opposite to each other. Then if the 2 forces are equal, then the box will not move. So that kind of force is called balanced force, and if the box is pushed by the 2 persons in different forces, if one of the force is greater than the other force, then the box will move. Then that kind of force is called unbalanced force. So for a moving object or to the motion to happen, then there should be an unbalanced force. So now we have studied the definition for the force and the examples of the force, which is gravitational force, electric force, then magnetic force, and etc. Then after we have studied the 2 types of force, which are unbalanced force and balanced force. So that is all for today. Thank you.